Hello there. So in this video we're talking about how can we connect with our higher self. But first, we have to understand what is our higher self. Our higher self is our highest peak of ourself, peak of what we think we are. Now as you know, everything you see, you observe and you feel, these are all vibrations vibrating at a certain frequency. Everything you can see, feel, these are all frequencies. You are that, I am that, everything all around. So now to understand what our highest frequency is, you have to understand. I'll give you an example. Okay, so close your eyes, meditate upon this. Now think of yourself, of your highest self, which has everything you ever wanted. Maybe fame, maybe money, maybe power, everything that you've always wanted. That version of you has it. Now think on it. Observe it for some time. Maybe take your time, take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, go there. And now open your eyes. Now what you'll find is the difference between the separating factors between you and that higher self is desires. You have desires. I want to be that, I want to go there, and that higher self is already there, and it has everything that you always wanted, and it sees the desires. There's no more desires in that higher self. It's just present. It's not dwelling in the past, and it's not dwelling in the future. It is where it is. So that is your higher self, right? Now, how can we connect with our higher self? Now, the thing that I'm about to say is what I've practiced, and it came through the source to me, right? And it might help you, give you an insight. Now, you have to understand that your higher self does not mean like always you have to be. It includes materialistic things like power, money, and all, being your higher self. Law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. But you have to understand that being in your higher self is connecting or vibrating in a frequency which you were meant to be, but you could not due to fear which society gives you. So fear, anger, lust, and other things that society projects on you. It's because of that. Because if you observe it, see, you want to do something, but you have this fear that what if I do this thing? What are others gonna say? That's fear. And fear is one of the most important factor, not important, one of the most crucial factor, which is pulling you down in your lowest frequency. It's always pulling you down. You cannot raise your frequency because you have fear. What are others gonna think? This and that. Societal condition and your beliefs. First of all, your beliefs, how you believe, how you see the world from your perception, from your belief system, how you project your inner self in outer world, and how you receive that. But your higher self already has it. It has understood it. It is in the present, and it is eternal. It's always there, right? You might even be wondering about things, playing things in your head as I'm saying this. Your belief system is triggering. Okay, saying this, if it matches your belief system, this guy is right. If it does not, then it's probably gonna hit your ego. What is this guy talking about? It's BS, right? So you have to be aware of those things. Now, to connect with your higher self, what you have to do is, now, if you don't know what your higher self look like, then how can you connect to it, right? Either you have to make it, or either you have to connect to it. Either you have to already know how your higher self looks like or feels like, or you have to create a path, or you have to create a form of it. Now, this is personal. It might work for you, it might not. But like I've said, every spiritual practice you do, or everything you ever do, is that depends on how much faith and how much energy you put into that thing. It's always that. You might do the highest of meditations or practices, but if you have this much faith and no energy on it, then it's nothing. Even it's the smallest thing and you put all your energy to it, then boom, I hope you're understanding it. Now Your higher self has no persona of its own, like it does not have ego, or what we call, we have ego. Everybody has. Without it we cannot sustain, we cannot exist. But your higher self, in your higher self there is no such thing as I. Right? When there's I, there is something. There's something. Your energy is in motion. That's why it's called emotion. For example, I'm riding bike at a very high speed and I have this fear, like I'm gonna die. There's an I. Who's gonna die? I am gonna die. My body's gonna die. If there's breakup, fear, pain, there's always sensation of I. But when you are with your higher self, when you are connected with your higher self, there's no sense of I. You might have felt it when you are in a flow state, when you forget the sense of I. For me, it's when I'm singing. When I sing, even if there are lots of people, even if there's no people, when I close my eyes, I connect with my higher self. And there's no sense of I, just forget. The process is happening within itself. My mouth is singing, guitar is played through my hand. But the sense of I, that Sabal is singing, it does not exist. Because I am so connected with my higher self. I am so present there. Right? I'm so present in that flow state that there's no sense of self. And when I open my eyes and I become like, boom, Sabal, I am here. Now there's the sense of I. So I've said this to make you understand the concept of higher self. Now let's go how to connect with it. You just have to do it continuously. You just have to have faith on it. You have to put your 100% on it. Then you'll see results. So this is all from personal experience, right? Now what I do is, or what you should do is, now you have to first imagine. If you haven't, then like I've said, next time when you're singing, try to be aware of that self. Yes, you can. Obviously, you can be aware of that. You just have to have some practice. Now, that is your higher self. Or you can create an image out of you. Since my body's like this, it's like my body's like this. You can create an aura out of it. You can create an energy out of it. For example, from my body shape like this. I have long hair, this and that. You can create an energy, like imagine an energy is coming through your body from your body shape. Now you can give it color, you can customize it, you can make it purple, yellow, green, pink, whatever you want it. Now that is your higher self. You have to imagine that is your higher self. Now whenever you are doing something, you have to connect with that higher self, and indirectly this process is like you are connecting to the source, to the God. But this time you are the God, you are the higher self. Now close your eyes and imagine that higher self. Like I've said in the beginning of this video, that higher self has everything you've ever wanted. Now what you gotta do is, next time before you're gonna do something, next time you're gonna sing, you're gonna connect. This is you, the present you, and your higher self, which is eternally present. You have to imagine that higher self is merging with you, and you have to connect with that self. And when you're connected with your higher self, when you are singing or doing the things you love, boom, you'll do so good in it. God damn, it feels like literally something possessed you, and your aura, your energy is gonna spark, and everyone is gonna observe it, everyone is gonna know it. They will not know how to explain that, but people are gonna be, man, this girl has something on it. Man, that was something, And when you are connected with your higher self, the words you speak or the things you do or the creative flow state in where you are, and when you're vibrating in that state, the thing that's gonna come out of it is gonna be absolutely out of this world. Right? Now, that is when you're trying to do something. Now, connecting with your higher self for other informations. For example, before you go to sleep, meditate for 15 minutes. And after meditating for 15 minutes, what you have to do is, you have to close your eyes and you have to connect with your higher self, that self which you've created. Since that higher self exists in all realms and all possible timelines. It existed in your past, it existed in your future. Now you have to connect with your past self, because past and future self, for example, this is Sunday night, and Sunday night I am meditating. Sunday night I'm meditating. Now I connect with my higher self, with exist in the past, which is, for example, that same day, Sunday, 6 a.m. Now the person who was just woken up, right, from his sleep, her sleep. Now, as soon as you wake up, you have to sit down. Now you are connecting your past self with your present self. That Sunday, which already happened. Now you are gonna send information. Like, how did your day go? If you have done some wrong choices, you have to be aware. You have to make that self-aware. Do not do this. For example, you went into a certain road, and that road was on its way to be, the road was building, so you have to turn around. You can connect with that self, and it works. Like, it might sound like, what is this? Yeah, how can you connect with your person? So when you constantly do this with 100% of your faith and energy, what's going to happen is you are going to connect with that self. So you're going to have this instinct. Like, for example, you're going into another road, and since you don't know that it's being built, but since your highest self has already, you have a connection with yourself, you have an instinct. No, I don't want to go from that, and then you avoid it. Later, only to realize that road was being built, and you saved your time. It helps in so many ways. That was just a simple example, right? But you have to use it for a good purpose. The information that I'm giving you. So, in this way, you can connect with yourself. So Sunday evening, you connect, and now after you've connected with your past self, you connect with your tomorrow self. Right? You connect with your tomorrow self. And in your tomorrow self, what you're going to do is you're going to ask for information. Ask for the energy that you need to be in that state always. To be in your highest state. Because when you are in your lower state, what you're going to feel is fear, anxiety. For no reason. Just because you are vibrating in that frequency, you'll feel anxious about everything. And I'm sure if you have ever feel anxious, have panic attacks, you'll just feel anxious for no reasons. Everything triggers you, and every new thing is going to trigger you. Oh, look at the dog, it's so scary. What if that's devil in something? Everything is going to trigger you. I've been there, I've felt that. I'm talking through experience. So that is why you have to vibrate in a higher frequency, and your highest self is going to help you. You're going to help it, and it's going to help you. It goes both ways, right? I hope you've understood this, and I hope this practice helps you. It has helped me, and it has helped people that I've given this method, and it works. But you have to give your 100%, right? You have to remove your belief system. Is it going to work? You have to remove your doubt. You have to give it your 100%. It's going to work, and it's going to help you. Because the information that I share with you, I do not see it from books or something like that. It comes from the source itself. And after the information comes from the source, you do not claim it as your own, because it was never your own. You have to remember that this body is a vehicle. You have to remember you're just an instrument of that absolute. And that absolute frequency is connecting through you. And when you are connected through that absolute, it's that thing which is talking through you, not you. And when you claim those information which comes from the source to you, you don't have to claim this is my energy. No, you have to give it back. You take it, you observe it, you take that energy, right? You feel that energy, you let it feel all over your body, and then you give it back to where it comes from. So people say, those who read, those who know too much, they go mad. Yes, they go mad because they claim that that's their own information, energy. But those who let go and completely surrender to the self, to the absolute, they have no problem. They're always in the present moment. They're always beyond happiness. They're always in peace of mind. And whatever they see is love, love and love. They do not see the separateness of this everything. They all see is one. And that is who you are. So I hope you have understood it. And I hope this helps in your daily life, spiritual life, right? So that's it. Bye bye. Take care. Until next time.